Try before we die.
WTF? Whiskey, today's fact. You know, I thought a lot about Nick Offerman and just sitting and drinking a Lagavulin by the fire. So I thought for today's episode, I would just sit here and have a glass of whiskey. So you can watch me drink. But that would be selfish of me. So what I really thought we might talk about is the things people put in their whiskey. And I don't mean make a cocktail. I'm not that guy. What I mean is water, rocks, or ice. So we're going to talk about the influence or the effects of those products. Now, we'll start with room temperature water. We're not affecting anything by temperature with room temperature water. What we're doing when we add water is we're diluting the alcohol. And alcohol, as some of you may know, is a fairly potent thing, and it can dominate some subtle flavors. And so when you add a drop or two, and I mean a drop or two, you can drastically change what you're experiencing because you're cutting the alcohol down, thus allowing the other flavors to expand and become more present. But always room temperature water, which should be clear when we talk about ice. Now, ice, frozen water, perfect. So the water piece will remain the same. It dilutes the alcohol. But what ice does is it can numb some of the experience. It can chill it out, so to speak. You're still getting the dilution, but what you're also doing is sort of rounding off the experience by numbing it. Rocks. All the cold of ice, none of the dilution of water. Because sometimes some folks might say, it's a super hot day. I love the profile I have in my glass, but I would just like to cool it off without affecting the flavor. Here's my concern. By cooling it off, you are affecting the flavor. So when you're doing anything but room temperature water to your whiskey, my advice would always be start with a very small pour and a small amount of ice, just one rock, and begin to understand how that drastically changes your drink. So ice, rocks, or water all will have a different impact on the way your whiskey is experienced by your palate. Myself, always go neat, unless a little bit of water. Unless it's really hot, then maybe some ice or a stone. You see, it's up to you, just like it's up to me, how you're going to enjoy that whiskey. And that's WTF, Whiskey, Today's Fact, the water of life.